Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. We are currently in the process of westernization after a couple of wars here that turned out to be, well, terrible, to be honest. They have been pretty damn bad. And I cannot say that I'm happy with the situation or the fact that I have to westernize at all. I was kind of expecting when I started this game that the borders would be somewhere around here. Probably around Roman Empire style, except for the southern part. But things haven't really gone my way. I've done a couple of, or not just a couple, a ton of stupid mistakes, but hopefully we all have learned something, and isn't that the most valuable thing? No, it really isn't, at least not for me. I prefer to have things go as planned, and unfortunately, they haven't really done so in this game, so we'll be aiming to, well, continue or getting westernization done this episode. Hopefully we can make that work. I have honestly no idea. It all depends on if someone wants to attack it or not. At the very least now, we have England out of the coalition. That is fairly good. But for now, we'll just continue with the westernization process, and we'll see if we can somehow make it work. We'll see how it goes. So, even though we're westernizing, we got a advance here in diplomatic tech, naval ambitions level 7, gives colonial range plus 115, and naval morale plus 0.3. Not really important at all. But it's better to use my diplomacy points right now because I'll definitely get more than enough of them. I'll probably go this one to about top, which is 999, and hopefully that'll be enough to, that'll be enough points to actually boost this one up to 0 and then start something work here. So my current heir will die. He's a 242. Do I want to get a new one with a weak claim right now? Probably not. 243 though is pretty good, but we'll take a chance here and go for the temple. So hopefully that temple decision wasn't a bad thing. I'll probably get a 000 now. Hopefully I won't, but we'll patiently wait and see. We'll also be dealing with a ton of rebels. I will not be taking this one simply because of the fact that it's a very bad idea to do so. What I guess we will be doing here, just because of the fact that we currently are fairly weak, is get fort defense up, and probably also the next two defensive ideas. We'll probably take another military idea once we actually are done with this. We have to consider that. The French already are at 16, so they have definitely become war leaders in the military department, much thanks to, well, this guy, a 265. So, that kind of sucks, but nothing I really can do with it right now. I'll simply have to wait for, well, starting to boost my stability and slowly but surely make it so that I actually, that we actually get westernized. We'll see how it goes. And of course we lose some military power as well. Grant autonomy. I didn't actually have a choice. So as you can see here, things aren't that good while you're westernizing. You're losing a lot of points to nothing. The positive thing is that you don't get anything that actually loses your admin points, because that would really make me, that kind of would make me want to rage quit this game. But for now, we once again should be fine, as long as I don't actually end up in, well, the dream world and research admin tech 14. That would be fairly terrible of me. So we'll see how this turns out. How much do I need each level? 270. So basically, I'll be getting up to 0 once I actually invest. So we'll save up to close to 1,000, and then we'll start investing. We'll see how it goes. France just yelled a big screw you to me here. Because of our superior strength and unmatched leadership, we have assumed leadership in the war against France and Utrecht. So what I think we will be doing here is hiding ourselves. Like cowards. No, seriously, we will be hiding for the sole purpose that our army can't match theirs right now. They have better units. They have mostly better troops as well. Apparently the Guyenne army is fairly scary, but that doesn't really help us. So, what we will be doing here, I guess, is sacrifice Guyenne, because they are who they are going after here. And I think I can actually get out of this by simply giving some Guyenne provinces. Positive note here, or possibly a very bad note here, is that our armies are currently running, and they are running far. I'm kind of tempted actually to go after Tuscany here. That could potentially turn into something good. But, once again, Milan, Tuscany, everything, I do not like it. I have no idea. We might actually have to sacrifice a little bit more than I like to admit here, which would be something in this area. And also, in order to actually make this work, I had to sacrifice a lot of cash again. which we might actually have to do nonetheless. So I guess what we will be trying to do here is sneak our armies over to this land here, and the way to do it, I think, is by trying to get fleet basing rights somewhere. But once again, I haven't actually improved relation with these guys, and as a result here, I will not be getting fleet basing rights. And also these enemy navies are also kind of a, well, big problem, because I can't actually make any moves. I'm stuck here in my own lands. So I have no idea what the French actually want here, and if I can somehow get them off my backs. I can give up the vassalization of Guyane, but it won't be enough. I can probably not release anything that wouldn't be fairly big in this case, like Croatia, and I most certainly cannot pay them off. So all in all, this is a lost situation. I should probably have a next Guyane offer to release them or something like that, but right now things are not looking too good. We'll see if I can somehow make something work. Hopefully by taking my troops back home, or somehow Shanghaiing these smaller armies. Once again, once they actually split up as smaller armies, I believe I can potentially try and pick them off, but we'll have to see how it turns out. I have no idea if it's actually probable or not. We'll simply have to be patient about this, I think. The war might not be lost yet, because I somehow managed to sneak everything over to, well, this area over here, and I have no choice now but to actually boost my admin power, or the stability right now. I'm 120 points away from +1, which would definitely be beneficial. I have a new heir, 413. He's not that great, but he's not that bad either. Military and admin is probably what I need right now, so that is fair enough. There's a fairly big army here that could potentially be a very devastating source of anguish here, but I think I can beat it. I should beat it. They are having negatives, but even so, they aren't actually losing too much morale. So I'm sacrificing once again a lot of troops for not really that much gain, as it turns out, or rather as usual. So what we will be doing here, or the only war goal that I will be having, is basically get Tuscany. If I can get Tuscany, then I will be happy with this war, and I'll probably try and drag it out as long as I can. Offer tribute, I can give them Girona. As you can see, these things are actually fairly expensive, so if I give them those 3 provinces, I think that should actually be enough to make sure that they don't actually go ahead and kill me off, as one might say. But at the very least, I will be in a fairly good position to handling any trouble. So what we'll be aiming hopefully do now is destroy the Tuscan army, because that means that I can most likely be able to vassalize them, and as such, losing those 3 provinces won't be as horrible as I originally thought. But once again, it's kind of a risky move here. We have to rely on the sieges finishing, and also having enough money to actually, well, finish the sieges without going bankrupt. We'll see how it turns out. So yeah, as you can see here, we will most likely be able to pull it off by just handing over those 3 provinces. Once again, I think we'll end this war right now, and the simple reason for that is that I saw a fairly big army wandering here. They'll get a lot of more sieges done, and that will of course mean that I have to pay more. So simply handing over 3 provinces to get this behemoth off my back is fairly good. They'll suffer 45 aggressive expansion relation penalty, and considering their size, that would actually hurt quite a bit. So potentially, I could get a coalition to help me take down the Blue Beast down the line. But for now, we'll go for that deal before it hurts too much. That is basically it. I don't want to put myself in an even worse position by not accepting a, well, not good deal, but it's not horrible either. It's better than being crushed in the long run, I think. So hopefully that will be alright with me, I think. So I also need to rebuild quite a bit of my armies, but we'll do that once we actually have westernized, and we are very soon to get that first ability point so that we can actually begin the process. So as you can see, I can either grant autonomy, and we'll do that, or once again here, I guess we'll take that prestige hit. I can live with that. Once again, it's not really that horrible. A lot of people probably think so, but prestige is something that very quickly will change. Legitimacy is a whole different matter, and it's more annoying to boot too. So I should probably start accepting some of these royal marriages that my vassals are offering me. So I'll just keep going. Hopefully we'll get the westernization done by the end of this episode. But I know what else to do. I can take a mission here. Can I conquer the Levant? No. Can I? All of these actually sucks. So we'll do that and cancel and wait 5 years. I actually completely forgot about the missions until I realized that I could potentially get a cheap stability point from them. But, well, it seems like that won't actually be going as planned. We will take Diplomatic Tech 8, Trade Depot and a Dry Dock. Trade range increased to by 100. Dry Dock, and I can now build a Trade Depot. So, all in all fairly well. But for now, once again, we'll just allow time to pass and try to get ourselves westernized. We'll see how it goes. I'm currently having kind of a dilemma on my hands here. Venice have lost their ally Aragon due to a war here. And as such, it's actually kind of tempting to actually go ahead and just, well, attack them. Take Istria, Treviso, and possibly Verona, and then simply vassalize the rest once I get a chance. It'll give me quite, well, some trade income in the area at the very least, and also, if I vassalize them, it could be beneficial in trying to, well, I thought they still had a course on the islands, but apparently they do not. So yeah, just taking Istria and probably Treviso and Verona, just releasing vassals to sort that out, could be beneficial right now. But I'm very much closing in on the modernization. We are 35% away, and pretty much about ready to go for that second boost here, or get up to level 2, which means that we are very much getting closer now. How far are we away? 36 minus, well, about 30 months, so 3 years. So we are very much closing in on the goal for the westernization. So 3 years from now, the blue blob, the blue blob is going to get vengeance. The red blob is going to get vengeance, or the dark red blob is going to get vengeance. And basically, the Ottoman scourge will, well, kind of hurt the lands. The problem right now, as you can see, is that we have Netherlands and England as colonial nations, and that kind of pisses me off. I could, of course, go colonialism myself right now, because of the fact that I have provinces that will actually benefit and make that work. But I think that wouldn't be too much of an idea. It's kind of interesting still. Ming is held together. Japan has formed. But still in the little islands, that's fine. Vinayagya could potentially form Hindustan here. Could be interesting to see if that actually happens. And other than that, Timurids are still actually standing fairly strong here. Persia hasn't done too much. And, well, will be interesting to see. Muscovy, of course, has become that goddamn snake again, reaching all the way over to Pacific Ocean, I believe. So that's kind of annoying, but nothing I can do with that. So for the time being, we'll just keep on trying to get the westernization done, and then I guess we'll go after Austria, France, everyone we kind of want to take down. And I guess Venice can wait right now. I have other things that are kind of a more pressing matter. So we'll see how it turns out. But for now, we should be fine. We'll see how it goes. There we go. The westernization is completed, and we have new units. We have Mauritian infantry. We have, well, some artillery, some different things. So basically, we should be ready to cause quite a stir with our enemies. So I guess we'll do an upgrade still. I don't think charge infantry is that much better, but it should help to, well, humble Austria and everyone else here. Austria is still being humbled at the very moment by Alsace, so attacking them is definitely in my, well, I guess we could say that it's definitely within something I want to do. And also, of course, humbling France and England. All of these are things that I want to do. So, we'll start with Austria. Austria, my self-proclaimed enemy here. Poland, Brittany, Lorraine, Palatinate, Saxony, and Naples are part of the Empire, and Bavaria will protect them. I don't think so, to be honest. As you can see here, Alsace is screwing over everyone else, and fairly enough, that should give me the benefits that I need to win this war. Easily enough. The only problem is that those guys could become Austrian troublemakers, or soldiers, which is another word for it, but that's all the same, really. So, I will get all my units back into, or back to this area. Right now, the army stands about 80,000. We'll grow it once we actually get back. We'll allow the morale here to go back to full, and then we'll go after Austria, get back the 2 last provinces that we need. Why must you hate me? So the French actually attacked here. France declared war and has decided conquest as a casus belli. They don't really have that many troops right now, and they're not as scary as they used to be. They have level 6 military, that is fair enough. But once again, I'm pretty sure that our ideas outmatch theirs by far. They have French ideas, and that's about it. It gives a little bit of boost to their army, but we have far more. We have the 25% boost from, let's see, morale. Our land morale 6.5. Military drill, being pious. Both of those are pretty sweet bonuses. The only problem right now is the prestige and things like that. So what we need to do here is get our... They actually timed this one extremely well for the AI. What we need to do is get our troops to their lines before it's too late and they are being boxed in over here. So, first priority, get our troops to Spain, and then we'll be aiming at kicking some French butt. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully, with the French line crying in the dust. But once again, not really anything I can promise. So, I guess we'll wait until next time by fighting that war. So, we have westernized, we are ready to test our strength against France. Probably again, we'll get back their provinces, probably Burgundy will get a couple. So, can we kick France's butt or not? That is the big question. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and we'll continue next time. Bye!